Plain risk. Point after, right. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Waddle will return this. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in first and 10. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Hines. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll check this down to Hines. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Still fighting. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he finds Parker here, complete. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Touchdown! Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes! Miami football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 2. They run with Hines. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Third down. It's Hines. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A give running right, Etienne. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's to the 10, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Miami's receivers had the second fewest yards of any receiving group in 2020, and the fewest yards in run after catch as well. Jalen Waddle, he might solve both of those problems. Taking 6th overall, he picks up a first down right there.
So here's a... They'll try the left side. Hines. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Tua, the final shot before half. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 40.
From watching their counterparts work, I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to...
Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle will return this.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
James Robinson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 8.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Runs over it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense could breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Robinson now off the option.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, it's Hines. Room to run again. And he gets us to the other side before going out.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try the left side. Hines. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 34.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They run again with Hines. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
3 down, 3 down.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Offense for them has been on a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get...
A fast pass outside complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third down, here's Etienne. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua, eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 13. All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Going deep here for Parker. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And